Have you ever thought about like how we do spirituality? If it's kind of
Yeah.
like, are we doing it right?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what if there's like a better way, a more direct way,
Right.
and we've just totally missed it?
Yeah, I can see where you're going with this for sure.
So
What have you been reading?
I've been looking at this book.
Okay.
It's called The Sacred Atlantean Brotherhood, with a subtitle of A Revolution of the Soul. And it's written by their founder, this guy Waxira.
Right.
And it's really interesting. It's like this whole
Okay.
deep dive into spirituality. And they say it's based on like ancient Atlantean wisdom.
Okay, Atlantis, now you've got my attention.
Right.
So what's this revolution all about?
So basically they're saying that all this organized religion stuff with all the like strict rules and dogma,
Right.
it's actually holding us back
Okay.
from growing spiritually.
Hmm.
And they have this analogy they use. It's kind of interesting. Imagine if you could only get like the nutrition from food
Uh-huh.
if you first swirl engines to the chef.
Okay.
Like it sounds totally crazy, right?
Yeah.
But that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's basically what traditional religions are doing.
Putting up these obstacles in the way.
They're putting up all these barriers.
Between us and the actual experience?
Yeah, between us and like a direct spiritual experience.
Right. So it's more about like actually like feeling it and knowing it
Yes.
for yourself.
Exactly.
Rather than just having blind faith.
Exactly.
It's
not about blind faith.
Yeah.
It's about like really experiencing it for yourself.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
Okay, so then how does Atlantis fit into this?
Okay, so they think that back in the day,
Okay.
the Atlanteans,
Uh-huh.
they had this totally different relationship with the divine.
All right. Yeah.
So instead of like worshiping these outside gods,
Right.
they worked on having this direct connection
With the divine.
with the divine,
Yeah.
but through their own soul.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so all their rituals and stuff.
Okay.
It wasn't about rules. It was more about aligning themselves with like this,
Okay.
what they call cosmic energy.
Interesting.
It's like this universal life force that's like
Mm.
flowing through everything.
Okay, so they're tapping into that?
Yeah, and they're like, we can tap into that too.
Okay.
So that's where this brotherhood comes in.
Okay.
They say they're reviving this old Atlantean way
Interesting.
of like being spiritual.
So no like priests or anything like that?
No priests, no scriptures, no fear of being punished
Wow.
if you like question things.
That's pretty different.
Just like a totally different approach.
Yeah, so what do they actually do then?
So they do these seminars and rituals and all this different kind of content.
Okay.
But it's not about teaching you dogma.
Yeah.
They say it's more like they're using mirrors
Okay.
to reflect back to you, like your own,
Grown power.
your own spiritual power.
Yeah. So it's more about self-discovery than
Exactly.
being told what to believe.
Yes, it's not about,
So it's not like a buffet.
it's not like choose your own adventure spirituality.
Yeah, where you just kind of like pick and choose whatever.
No, it's not a spiritual buffet.
Sounds good.
They're like, no, you got to go through this
Yeah.
and you got to experience the truth.
Like a direct experience.
It's like being struck by lightning.
Whoa, okay.
You don't sit there and analyze the lightning bolt.
No, you just experience it.
You experience the raw power of it.
Right, and that's kind of like what they're saying
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
about this truth.
It's like raw truth.
Yeah.
You just got to feel it.
Which is interesting because that actually kind of reminds me of what like
Oh, yeah.
Jesus and Buddha
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Like, remember when they talked about the kingdom of God being within
Right.
or being a lamp unto yourself? Like, it's all about that inner experience.
Yeah, it's like they're tapping into this like universal truth.
Yeah, that's in a lot of different traditions.
Yeah, but they were just like stripping it down
Yeah,
to the bare bones.
like the bare minimum.
Yeah,
Just the raw truth.
just the raw truth.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Their approach, it's very unstructured, which can be a little like, whoa,
Yeah, especially for our minds
for your mind.
that like to have the maps and the rules.
It wants the rules.
You
It
need-
wants the map.
Yes, exactly.
It wants to know.
Tell me how to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just like, nope.
Figure it out.
But they're saying that actually that's the point.
Yeah.
That's how the soul actually works.
Because we're so used to like
Yeah.
looking for that external guidance.
Yes.
We've totally forgotten
I forgot.
about the wisdom that we have.
It's like inside us.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a Zen koan. Have you ever heard of those?
Oh, yeah, those paradoxical riddles.
Yes.
They use in Zen Buddhism.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't solve it with your brain.
Right. You got to kind of like, you got to dissolve your brain.
Shut off that part of your mind
Yes.
that's trying to solve it.
Yeah. And they're saying like, you can't learn love
Right.
and you can't logic your way into awe.
It's a different language.
The soul speaks a different language.
Yeah.
It's like vibrations and feeling,
Not words.
not words.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to Atlantis,
Okay.
because they think that's why Atlantis fell.
Because they got too caught up in their heads.
Yeah, they valued all the, like, rigid systems.
More than, like, actually knowing.
Yeah, more than, like, direct spiritual knowing.
Which they call gnosis.
Gnosis.
Yeah.
Which is like this.
It's like this intuitive knowing of the divine.
Yeah, so they basically got too brainy.
They got too very in their heads.
And they lost touch with their soul.
And then, boom, Atlantis is gone.
Yeah.
So how do we do this then?
Okay, so they have this, like, 3-step method.
Okay.
The first step is you have to be willing to distrust dogma.
Even their own.
Even their own. The second step is you got to engage with their content.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But not to learn it.
But to, like, resonate with it.
Yeah, you got to resonate with it.
Okay.
And then the third step is you got to let the truth bypass your mind
Whoa.
and awaken your spirit.
That sounds like a tall order.
It is.
Especially without all the structure and rule.
I know, but they're not giving you the answers.
Yeah.
They're giving you the tools to, like, figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, to awaken your own inner knowing.
Yes.
But then how do they address, like,
Yeah.
misinterpretations?
Right. What if people, like, take it the wrong way?
Or, like, manipulate it?
Yes. And that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
That's a big concern.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying, like, you got to be self-aware.
Right.
You got to use your discernment.
Yeah. Be careful.
You can't just blindly follow us.
So it's like they're pushing for people to be
Yeah.
really self-reliant. Like,
Yeah.
shifting away from worshiping,
Yeah.
like, these outside authorities.
So, like, finding the divine inside yourself.
It's like they're not building a following.
Right.
They're trying to awaken people
Yes.
as, like, the rulers of their own
Yeah.
spiritual experience.
Like DIY spirituality.
Yeah, I like that.
Do yourself.
Do it yourself spirituality.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this idea of, like, internal divinity,
Yeah.
it's pretty powerful.
Do you think it resonates with people because
Man.
it gives them, like, a sense of power?
Yeah.
Like, especially in a world that feels so crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The world is nuts right now.
Everyone's like, hey,
Look.
God's in your breath.
In your heartbeat.
Yeah, fine.
And that silence between your thoughts.
It's like a total mind shift.
It's a perspective shift.
Yeah.
It's a total 180.
But this whole idea of breaking free from dogma,
Right.
it's a lot more complicated
Yeah.
than it seems on the surface.
Yeah, because how do you know
How do you even know?
if it's real?
Yeah, how do you know if you're, like, really in touch with your inner knowing?
Yeah.
Or if you're just following a new set of beliefs,
Oh, yeah.
even if they sound like they're against dogma.
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it?
That's the $1 million
A
question.
$1 million question.
And there's no easy answer.
There's no easy answer.
No one size fits all.
And that's kind of what they're saying, too.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
like, you got to figure it out for yourself.
Go on your own journey.
Yeah.
Find your own truth.
So if any of this, like, sparked your interest
Yeah.
and you want to go deeper,
Yeah.
we've got a link to their YouTube channel.
Awesome.
So go check it out.
Check it out. See what resonates.
Yeah. See what resonates for you.
Right.
And until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep diving.
Dive deep.
Deep. Hey.
Bye.